Question number 1. The table shows the probability of taking a flower from a box. There are only red, orange and purple flowers in the box. The number of red flowers in the box is the same as the number of purple flowers in the box. Complete the table. It's a 2-mark question. There are 24 orange flowers in the box. Work out the total number of flowers in the box. That's another 2 marks question. Total is 4 marks. So let's look at the question, how to do this question. So in this type of question, the total probability add up to 1. So another clue is given in the question is, if you see this question very carefully, the number of red flowers in the box is the same as the number of purple flowers in the box. So red and purple are same amount of flowers in the box. So the probability of taking of red or purple is going to be the same. So if I put x is there here and purple also x. So if you write an equation x plus 0.4 plus x is equal to 1, then you can solve the equation, a simple algebraic equation that gives x equals 0.3. So red is 0.3 and purple is 0.3. So you can write here red is 0.3 and purple is 0.3. Second question, there are 24 orange flowers in the box. So orange flowers are 24, right? So you have to make a statement here, 0.4 probability orange flowers is 24. So make the 0.4 into a 0.1 by dividing by 4 both sides. So 0.1 probability is giving us 6. So times it by 10 both sides, make the probability 1 whole. So the whole together 60 flowers going to be there. So second part question, they are asking the total number of flowers in the box is going to be 60. So the working is 0.4 fraction of the flowers is going to be 24. That easily can be divided by 4 both sides. 0.1 is going to be 6 times both sides by 10. That gives the 1 whole on your left hand side, which gives 60 flowers is the final answer. Let's go to the question number 2. Question number 2, Samantha needs 25 grams of sugar to make 8 cupcakes. She also needs 4 times as much flour as sugar and 3 times as much butter as sugar. Samantha is going to make 40 cupcakes. Work out the amount of flour she needs. Samantha has to buy all the butter she needs to make 40 cupcakes. She buys the butter in 100 grams pack. How many packs of butter does Samantha needs to buy? So the answer for the first part is 500 grams of flour, and the B part is they need 4 packets of butter. That is the answer. Let's look at how I did the questions. So 8 cupcakes, right? 8 cupcakes, the recipe is sugar is 25 grams, flour is 100 grams. How? 4 times, here they mention here, 4 times as much flour as sugar. So you need to times by 4 times 25, which is the 100 gram here. Then 3 times as much butter as sugar. So butter is 3 times as sugar. 3 times 25 is 75. So this is the thing you need to make sure understand. If you know the recipe for 8 cupcakes, then she's making 40 cupcakes. So what is the scale factor? So 8 turn into 40 by times it by 5. So the idea behind this question is each and every ingredients need to be times it by 5 times. So sugar is going to be 25 times 5 is 125, 100 times 5 is 500, 75 times 5 is 375, right? So this is the amount of ingredients she need to make this cupcakes for 40 people. Work out the amount of flour she needs. Flour is 500 grams, so that is the answer for the first part. Second part, Samantha has to buy all the butter she needs to make 40 cupcakes. So basically she needs butter 375 grams, right? But butter, if you go to the supermarket, the butter comes in a small packets. So she need to buy a couple of packets to make this cake. So 100 grams each packets means, so she can't buy 3 packets is not enough. She need to buy 4 packets to make this 40 cupcakes. So the answer is 4 packets. That's the end of the question number 2. Let's move on to the question number 3. Question number 3, find the highest common factor, which is HCF, and the lowest common multiple, LCM, for 24 and 30. It's a 4-mark question. The answer for the question is HCF is 6, LCM is 120. Let me explain how to do this question. So when it comes to HCF and LCM, right, first of all, you need to understand the prime factors for the both numbers. How to do the prime factors for the both numbers by using a factor tree method. So I mentioned here factor tree method here, right? So how to find out the factor tree method? So 24, the first prime number is 2. So 2 times 12 is 24. Then again 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3. So the prime factors for 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Prime factors for 30 is the same method you follow and find out 2 times 3 times 5. Now what you want to do is you need to group the common pair of factors, which is 2 and 2. Instead of 2 2's, you write one of the 2. 3 and 3, instead of 2 3's, you write one of the 3. So that becomes 2 times 3 is the 6 is the HCF. Or if you're following a Venn diagram method, sometimes in your school they may explain the Venn diagram method. The Venn diagram method means each circle is for one number. So the first number is 24, the second number is 30. So the common factor has to be written in the intersection, the middle section. So the 2 and the 3 is the common pair of numbers, has to be written in the middle. So in the 24, there are 2 and 3 already written in the middle. 2 2's are left over, so they need to be written here. So 2 and 3 is gone, 5, so 5 has to be go here for the 30th circle. Now the theory, the common intersection region, you need to multiply 2 times 3, that gives the HCF. And if you multiply all the numbers inside the circles, that gives the LCM. So if you times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, which gives the LCM, right? You may have another method. Please stick on to your method. At least you need to have this, at least a method to do this HCF and LCM for your final examination. Question number 4. The following diagram shows a planned front elevation and side elevation of a solid shape drawn on a centimeter grid. So the plan elevation shows a circle 6 centimeter diameter. Front elevation shows a triangle, and the side elevation shows a 6 centimeter with another triangle. Draw a sketch of the 3D solid shape. Give the dimensions of the solid on your sketch. I'll let you imagine or try to understand how the plan and front and side elevation looks like. You may not cover this topic in your school, but we have a special separate tutorial, video tutorial for this elevation tutorial. We will try to work out lots of questions on this pattern, because recently in GCSE they're trying to put these elevation questions more often. I will give 1 minute trying to guess the answer for this one. Let's have a look. So in this topic, when you see a bird's eye view from the top view, it's a circle. That means it's a circular. It could be a sphere or a circular cone base. And each side elevation and front elevation, it looks triangle. So obviously it's going to be a cone. So the examiner here want to see, are you marking the 6 centimeter diameter and the height 8 centimeter correctly? That is the only thing you need to mark, and it's kind of a 3D shape. You need to do it. Let's go to the question number 5. Shape P can be transferred to shape Q by a reflection in y-axis followed by a translation A-B vector. Find the value of A and B. 3 marks question. I let the timer run for 1 minute. Try to guess an answer, or if you want to work out, trying to work out on your own and see whether answer matching at the end of the 1 minute. The answer is A equal 4 and B equal -7. Let's look at the working. So first of all, Q can be obtained by a reflection in the y-axis. So first of all, you need to reflect the shape P on the y-axis, which is the red colored triangle I drawn with the R. So when you are reflecting, y-axis is going to be your mirror line, and you reflect one space and one space. Now have a look of this point here. This point is going to be matched with this point. So translation means if you move right hand side is positive, if you move down is going to be a negative. So how many units you need to move right hand side? So 1, 2, 3, 4 units right, and down is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unit you going down. So in the vector format, the first one has to be the x. The next one is going to be the y. So the first x1 is a positive 4 because you are moving right hand side. When you're going left hand side, it has to be minus. When you're going upwards, it's positive. When you're going downwards, it's negative. So reason why y it's minus 7, because you're going downwards 7 units. So the answer is 4 minus 7 is the question number 5. Let's move on to the question number 6. A cake shop sells cupcakes of strawberry flavor, banana flavor, and vanilla flavor. Cupcakes. There are 3 cupcakes in a strawberry box, 2 cupcakes in a banana box, and 5 cupcakes in a vanilla box. The ratio of the number of boxes sold in the shop is strawberry box is to banana box is to vanilla box is 4 is to 2 is to 1. A total of 420 cupcakes sold on that shop. Work out the number of banana cupcakes sold. I'll let the timer runs, and this type of ratio questions coming now to the GCSE examination more often. Please practice this type of question, and I will give 1 minute to trying to guess the answer for this question. Banana cakes is 100 cupcakes. So banana flavor is 100 cupcakes. That is the answer. Let's look at how I did the question, right? So solution for this one is, first of all, they gave the ratio for the boxes. So the ratio for boxes is 4 is to 2 is to 1. Ratio of cakes means each box, let's say 3 cupcakes in a strawberry box. So if you times that 3 by 4 is 12 cakes ratio. So ratio of the cakes is 12 is to 2 is the banana times by 2 is 4. Then 1 ratio with times by 5, 5. So 12 is to 4 is to 5 is the ratio of the cakes. If you add everything together, 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 5 is 21 parts. 21 parts equal to 420 cakes. 1 part you divide by 21, you get 20 cupcakes. 1 part. So banana cupcakes is the question, which is a 5 parts. 5 parts, 5 times 20 is 100 cupcakes is the answer. That is the question number 6. Let's move on to the question number 7. Here are 2 rectangles. The area of MNOP is 75 centimeter squared. The perimeter of QRST is 34 centimeter. MN equal 15 centimeter. MP equal QR. Find the length of RS. It's a 3 marks question. The answer for the RS is 12 centimeter, right? Okay, let's look at the working. So area of MNOP is 75. MN is given 15. So MN is 15. Therefore, the area is length times width is area. So the area divided by the length 15, which gives the 5 centimeter. That is the width of the MNOP rectangle. So once you find the MP, MP is equal to QR. So in the other triangle, QR is 5 centimeter. The opposite sides are equal. So that also 5 centimeter. The perimeter is given 34. So 34, take away the 5 plus 5, 10, which is 24, divide by 2, which is 12. So I have written the algebraic equation the long way, but if you can mental maths it like a, 34 take away 10 is 24, divide by 2, 12, that will be perfectly okay. That is the question number 7. Let's move on to the question number 8. Work out an estimate for the value of square root of 15.7 times 144.2, and a power questions given. Find the value of 0.52 to the power 5 correct to the 4 SF stand for significant figure, DP stand for decimal point. Find the value of 4 to the power minus half. Lots of parts here. Altogether marks is here 5 marks for these questions. Part A, the answer is 48. Part B is 0.03802 and the part C is half. Let's look at the estimation question part A. 15.7 is nearly equal to 16. 144.2 is nearly equal to 144. The reason why I approximate that way, because I know 16 and 144 are square number. When you take the square root, they can be simplified to an integer. So square root of 16 times square root of 144 can be separately write as square root of 16 times square root of 144. Square root of 16 is 4 times square root of 144 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. The next question, B part. 5.2 to the power 5, the answer is given for 5 decimal points, and find the value of 0.52 to the power 5. 0.52 to the power 5 is 5.2 divided by 10. If you see 5.2 divided by 10 is 0.52. So to the power 5. So this can be written as this 5 belongs to this top number and the bottom number. So 5.2 to the power 5 divided by 10 to the power 5. 5.2 to the power 5, the answer is given in the question. So you can write that one, divide by 10 to the power 5. 10 to the power 5 means the decimal point is going to be moved 5 jumps forward. So the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 jump. So 0.038020432. But the question is correct to 4 SF means you need to round up to 4 significant figure. Zeros in the front are not considered as significance. So significant figures start from 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next number is 0. So you can leave that one. So the answer is 0.03802. Question number C. 4 to the power minus half equal to 1 over 4 to the power positive half. So the negative power 1 over the reciprocal give the positive power. 4 to the power half, everybody knows, is going to be a square root of 4, which is 2. So the answer is 2, 1 over 2, half. Let's go to the question number 9. Work out a fraction question. So 8 1/5 plus 3 1/3 times 1 2/5. Give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. It's a 3 marks question. Let's look at the answer and the solution. The answer for the question is 12 13 over 15 is the answer. You have to use the Bottomless rule. Before you plus a fraction, you have to use the times. So first times together, before you times, you need to change it to a improper fraction. So 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10 over 3 times 5 times 1, 5, 5 plus 2, 7 upon 5. 10 and 5 can be cross-cut. 5 goes into 1 times, 5 goes into 2. So 2 times 7 is 14 over 3. Add with 8 1/5. 8 1/5, 14 over 3 can be converted to a mixed fraction, which is 4 2/3. Then 8 plus 4 added together, the whole numbers 12, 1/5 plus 2/3. Then 5 and 3, you can change it to both same the denominator 15, so times by 3, and the top number also times by 3, and this one times by 5 to get the 15, and you can times by 5, so you get 3 and 10 added together 13 over 15. So that is the answer for question number 9. Let's move on to the question number 10. Using the graph below, find estimates of the solution for the simultaneous equations x plus 5y equal 9, 3x plus 4y equal 5. So the graph is given. They are asking you to use the graph method to solve this equation, simultaneous equation, and find the x and y. Let's look at the answer and the solution. Solution is the intersection point of two lines is the solution for the simultaneous equation. So the intersection point is here -1, x coordinate is -1, the y coordinate is 2. So the answer is -1, 2. So the x answer is -1 and the y answer is 2. This is question number 11. Here are three cubes. The volume of B is 20% more than the volume of cube A. The volume of cube C is 30% more than the volume of the cube B. Find the volume of cube A as a fraction of the volume of cube C. So the total marks is 4 marks. I will give 1 minute to do this question. The answer for the question is 25/39. Let's do this question. Let the volume of A is V. So we consider the volume of A is V. So the volume of B is V times 20% more. So here to here, 20% more means the multiplier. So here to here, the multiplier is 1.2. So those who are not understanding this multiplier, please look at our topic revision on the percentage. 20% more means you need to add 100 plus 20, which is 120. 120 divided by 100, that gives 1.2 as a volume increase. So 1.2 times by the previous volume, which is V. So the B's new volume is 1.2 V. Then the next data is given here. Volume C is, cube C is 30% more than the cube B. So here to here, the scale factor by 1.3. Why 30% more? So you times the 1.2 V times 1.3, that gives 1.56 V. So again, it's a non-calculator paper. You may able to times 12 times 13, 156, 2 decimal point, 1.56. Now read the question carefully. Find the volume of the cube A as a fraction of volume of cube C. So volume of A is V. Volume of C is 1.56 V. So the V and V cancel. So the answer is 1 over 1.56. To make it as a fraction, times both sides by 100, which will give 100 over 156. Then I divide both by 4, which gives 25. 156 divided by 4 is 39. So that is the answer for the question number 11. Let's go to the next question. Question number 12. Prove that n squared minus n plus 1 is always an odd number. Given that the n can be any integer such that n is greater than 1. So it's a 2 marks question. You need to prove that expression n squared minus n plus 1 is always an odd number. So first of all, I'm trying to prove n squared minus n. So the first two expressions, so n squared minus n, if I factorize n and n minus 1. So I'm going to analyze this in two cases. Let n is an even number. So if n is an even number, then n minus 1 should be an odd number. So if one number is even, the number before definitely an odd number. So n is an even number, so n minus 1 should be an odd number. So n times n minus 1, which is an even number times an odd number, you can put some numbers in your head and just to work it out. Even number times odd number, always an even number. Therefore, n times n minus 1 is an even number, plus 1 always given odd number. So even number, so n times n minus 1 is an even number, plus 1. So if you add 1 to the even number, always is an odd number. So how about the second case? If suppose n is an odd number, n minus 1 should be an even number. So n times n minus 1 is an odd number times an even number, that gives an even number, right? So therefore, n times n minus 1 plus 1 is always an odd number. So this is going to be an even number plus 1 is an odd number. Therefore, n squared minus n plus 1 is always an odd number regardless of n is an even or odd number. So there are so many other ways to prove this one as an odd number. So this is a reasonable and understandable way to prove. Let's look at the question number 13. Find the exact value of cos 30 degrees times tan 30 degrees. Give your answer in its simplest surd form. Let's look at the answer for this one. The answer is 5 root 3 over 6, right? So now have a look. Cos 30, you need to remember root 3 over 2. And tan 30 is 1 over root 3. If you have difficulty to learn this one or memorize these standard angles, in my topic revision under the GCSE, there is a topic for trigonometry exact value, and I explain a kind of a very quick and easy method to remember this value. So if you can refer to that video, you may understand how to remember this exact value. So let's look at this one. So cos 30 is root 3 over 2 plus tan 30 is 1 over root 3. If I do the denominator, 2 times root 3 is 2 root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5 over 2 root 3. I would rather leave this answer as a rationalize rather than leave it like that. So if I wanted to rationalize, I need to times root 3 top and bottom. So root 3 on the top, 5 root 3. Then root 3 at the bottom, root 3 times root 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So the final answer, 5 root 3 over 6. So you can see this question is changed to give your answer in its rationalized surd form. So that should be the proper wording in the exam paper. So rationalized surd form means don't leave the denominator as a surd form. You've got to times it by the root 3 to get rid of the surd from the denominator. So that is the answer for the question number 13. Let's move on to the question number 14. The diagram shows a solid shape. The shape is a cone on the top of a cylinder and the cylinder on top of a hemisphere. The height of the cone is 6. The base diameter of the cone, cylinder and hemisphere, everything is 6 centimeter. The height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Now the question is, the total volume of the shape is k pi centimeter cube. K is an integer number. Work out the value of k. Is a 5-marker question. So the answer for the question number 14 is k equal 126. Let's look at each step for this one. Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. I must admit this one, as a GCSE math student, you must remember this formula for each 3D shape. But having said that, some papers have the formula written on the question as in the box, but I didn't put that formula in the question paper. So I expect the students to remember the formula for each and every 3D shape. But don't take as a kind of a risk. They might give that in the paper. If not, it's going to be a risk in your examination. Please remember the formulas for each 3D shape. So volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. 1/3 times pi r squared, radius is 3. 3 squared times h is 6, is a cone. So 3 squared is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18 pi is the cone's volume. Volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h. You must remember that one. Pi r squared is 3 squared is 9 times 10 is 90 pi. Volume of the hemisphere is half of 4/3 pi r cube. Half times 4 over 3 times pi times 3 cube. So 3 cube is 27, divided by 3 is 9. Half is going to be divided, the 4 is 2. So 9 times 2 is 18 pi. So let me check it out again. So let me write this one. So half is here times 4 over 3 and times 27, right? So 3 is going to be cancelled, the 27 with 9. And 2 is going to be cancelled, the 4 is 2. So 2 times 9 is 18 pi. So which is correct. So the total volume is 18 plus 90 plus 18, which is 126 pi. So the Question says the total volume is k pi. So k pi equal 126 pi. Both pi cancelled. So k equal 126. Question number 15. A puzzle club recorded the time taken to complete a puzzle game for group of girls and boys. Here are the time taken by 19 boys. And the numbers are given, the time taken. Complete the table below to show the information about the time taken by boys. Then on the second part, here is some information about the time taken by 19 girls. The information is already filled up now. So the first one, A part, you must read the question carefully and you need to work out how to find out the median, lower quartile and upper quartile. Second part, Mike says boys are quicker than girls on completing the puzzle. Is he correct? Give reason. Mike says boys are vary more in the time taken to complete the puzzle than boys. So this is wrong, and is he correct? So than girls. So this should be, the question need to be altered as girls. Is he correct? Give reason. Right, let's look at the first part, lower quartile. The lower quartile, you need to understand the formula quarter of n plus 1. N is the number of item 19. So 19 plus 1 is 20. Quarter of 20 is 5. So fifth term is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth term is 55. So that is the lower quartile. And the upper quartile is 3/4 of n plus 1. So 3/4 of 19 plus 1, 20. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15th term. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the answer. So for upper quartile. And the median is half of n plus 1. So half times 19 plus 1, which is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10th term. So the 10th term is, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th term is 60. So that is the answer for the first part. So once you've done this one, Mike says boys are quicker than girls on completing the puzzle. So the key here, you need to compare the median. The median is 60 minutes or seconds, so the unit is not given here. So 60 seconds by boys. So Mike is correct because the median completing time for boys is 60 and the girls is for 69. So that means girls taken too long to complete the puzzle. So the boys have taken less time to complete the puzzle, which means they are quicker than girls. That is the perfect answer. Last question is, Mike says boys are more vary in the time taken to complete the puzzle than, here the question is wrong. We already corrected in the previous slide, which is girls here. Right? So Mike is saying boys are more vary in the time taken. So Mike is not correct because range completing time for boys is 79, take away 48. Highest number, take away smallest number is 31. And for the girls is 92, take away 45 is 47. So the 47 is greater than 31. Therefore, girls are vary more than boys. But Mike said boys are more vary. So Mike is not correct on the C part. That is the answer for the question number 15. Let's move on to the question number 16. There are 4 dials on a combination lock. Each dial can be set to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4-digit number 1111 is the way dials can be set as shown in the diagram. So here the 1111 is set, but there are different combination can be set to the padlock. We call combination lock. Now the first part, work out the number of different 4-digit numbers that can be set for the combination lock. The last part, how many of the possible 4-digit numbers have 4 different digits? 4 different digits means the all 4 digits cannot be same. Like 111 is the same unit, same digit is going to be repeating. So without repeating totally different numbers, how many combination of numbers can be happen? That is the B part question. A part, what is the total combination on a 4-digit combination lock. So the answer for the first part is 625 numbers can be set, and the answer for the B is 120 numbers have 4 different digits. So how to do this question is, you need to have 4-digit number. So you have 5 numbers to set. It can be 1, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 different combination for the first point. Second number can be all 5 units, right? So the same number can be repeat again. So if you take 2, digit 2, the digit 2 can happen in the second number. So all 5 combination is going to be repeat again and again 4 times. So basically it's 5 to the power 4. 5 to the power 4 we know is 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. 125 times 5 is 625 numbers can be set. Now, if they ask for different digit, that means if you take one of the numbers, let's say 2, you can't set the 2 on any of the other spaces. So the first digit can be all 5 combination. Then whatever the number you taken is going to be less 4 combination on the second space, and 2 numbers taken, so the next one is going to be 3 combination. 3 numbers taken, so remaining 5 take away 3 is 2 combination. Last one is 2. So 5, 4, 3, 2. If you times together, 120 numbers have 4 different digits. That's our answer for the question number 16. Let's look at the question number 17. Given that x squared is to 11x minus 6 equal 1 is to 3, find the possible values of x. It's a 4 marks question. The answer for the question is x can be 2 upon 3 or x can be 3. How to do this one is a ratio question. X squared is to 11x minus 6 means x squared over 11x minus 6 equal 1 over 3. Right? So if you do the cross multiplication, 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 11x minus 6 times 1 is 11x minus 6. Then bring everything to the one side, that is 3x squared minus 11x plus 6. It's a quadratic factorization, and solving quadratics, if you're having problem on this one, please, I have a video tutorial on a topic revision guide for how to do it, solving quadratics very quickly. The method 3x minus 2, x minus 3, 2 brackets, equal the 2 brackets individually for 0, then you get the answer x equal 2 upon 3 or x equal 3. So that is the answer for question number 17. Let's move on to the question number 18. Given that x squared minus 8x plus 1 equal x minus p whole thing squared minus q for all values of x, find the values of p and q. Hence, write down the coordinates of the turning point on the graph y equal x squared minus 8x plus 1. It's a 1 mark question. Total is 3 marks. So the answer for the question number 18 is p equal 4 and q equal 15. This is a topic called completing the square. So x squared minus 8x plus 1 equal to half of 8 is 4. So x minus 4 whole thing squared. Then you need to take away the 4 squared. So 4 squared is 16 plus 1. So minus 16 plus 1 is minus 15. So the answer is x minus 4 whole thing squared minus 15. And that is the 4 is the p and the q is 15. Right? So turning point means after you making a quadratic expression to a completing square, if you equate the x minus 4, the bracket inside the bracket equal to 0, x answer will be given. So x equal 4. Then whatever hanging here, so minus 15 becomes the y coordinate. So turning point is 4 comma minus 15. That is the answer for the question number 18. Let's look at the question number 19. Express square root of 20 plus square root of 125 in the form of p root 5. It's a 2 marks question, and express 1 over root 2 to the power 5 in the form of square root of q over r. That is a 3 marks question. Altogether is a 5 marker. Square root of 20 can be written as 4 times 5 is 20. Square root of 4 is 2 root 5. 125 can be written as square root of 25 times 5. Square root of 25 is going to be 5 root 5. So 5 root 5 plus 2 root 5 is 7 root 5. B part, 1 over root 5 to the power 5. So this 5 belongs to both of them. So 5 belongs to 1 and 5 belongs to square root 2 as well. So 1 to the power 5 is 1. If you times 1 by any number of times, it's going to be 1. Root 2 to the power 5 is root 2, 5 times you need to multiply. Root 2 times root 2 times root 2 times root 2, another last root 2. So the answer is root 2 times root 2 is 2. Again, another root 2 times root 2 is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 root 2. So the answer is 1 over 4 root 2. I have previously mentioned, if the third format is coming as a denominator, you need to rationalize. So if you rationalize square root 2 by both, times it by square root 2 both, square root 2 times square root 2 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8. So the top is the numerator becomes the square root of 2. So the answer is square root of 2 over 8. So Q become 2, R become 8. So that is the answer for the question number 19. Question number 20. A is inversely proportional to B. B is directly proportional to cube root of C. Given that A equal 3 and C equal 125 when B equal 2. Find a formula for A in terms of C. First of all, the answer is A equal 15 over cube root of C. And the working is, first of all, the first sentence is A is inversely proportional to B. So A is inversely proportional to 1 over B. So we are going to be change this to an equation by introducing a constant K1. So A equal K1 over B. A is the answer is 3, B is the answer is 2. If you cross multiply 2 times 3, K1 equals 6. So we got a kind of a equation A equal, instead of K1 you can substitute 6. So A equals 6 over B. The second data says B is directly proportional to cube root of C. So B proportional to cube root of C, B equal K2 times cube root of C. So the answers for B equal to K2 times cube root of 125 is 5. So from that you can find out K2 equal 2 upon 5. So the equation is B equal 2/5 cube root of C. So if you combine the two equations together, A equals 6 upon B, instead of B you substitute 2/5 of cube root of C. Then the 5 goes to the up, 5 times 6 is 30, 30 over 2 cube root of C. 2 divide the 30 by 15, so 15 over cube root of C. So the final answer is A equal 15 over cube root of C. So the question is, if you read the question, find a formula for A in terms of C. So A in terms of C is A equal 15 over cube root of C. Question number 21. The functions f and g are such that fx equal x squared minus 1 and gx equal 2x plus 1. First part, find the inverse function f inverse x. Second part, given that the fgx equal 2gfx, show that x equal minus half. The working is, so f inverse x. So inverse function, how to do the inverse function is, you need to define the fx as the y. So this is the fx function is y equal to x squared minus 1. Then swap the letters y to x, x to y. So x equal y squared minus 1. Make the y as a subject. So make the y as a subject mean y squared equal x plus 1, y equal square root of x plus 1. So that means f inverse function is defined as square root of, so you can write f inverse function is square root of x plus 1. That is the answer for the first part question. Second part is a composite function. So composite function, I'm going to do it separately. Finding the fgx. So finding the f of gx means in the f function you substitute the gx. So gx is 2x plus 1. So substitute the 2x plus 1 into the f function. So that f function is defined as x squared minus 1. instead of x, you replace 2x plus 1. So instead of x, you replace that 2x plus 1, whole thing squared minus 1. So you can simply expand this bracket. I'm not going to be going detail. So once you expand, you get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 minus 1. Then the plus 1 minus 1 cancelled out. So I'll put a cross, plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Then you get 4x squared plus 4x as the answer. Then 2 times of g of x is equal to 2 times of g of fx. Fx is x squared minus 1. So x squared minus 1 you are substituting into the g function. G function is 2 times of x plus 1. 2 times of x plus 1. So now instead of x, you are substituting the x squared minus 1. Then you release the brackets, expand the brackets, 2 times x squared, 2x squared, minus 2. Plus 1 is in the question. So minus 2 and plus 1 is minus 1. And expand the bracket again. 2 times 2 is 4x squared minus 2. Then equate the both answer because they said that is equal to that. So 4x squared plus 4x equal 4x squared minus 2. Both side 4x squared cancel. So 4x equal to minus 2. So x equal minus 2 over 4 minus 1 over 2. So that is the answer they ask you to show. So that is the answer for the question number 21. Question number 22. There are only B blue counters and Y yellow counters in a bag. A counter is taken at random from the bag. The probability that the counter is yellow is 3 upon 7. The counter is put back in the bag. 2 more blue counters and 3 more yellow counters are put in the bag. The counter is taken at random from the bag. The probability that the counter is yellow is 6 upon 13. Find the number of blue counters and the number of yellow counters that were in the bag originally. So now, if you see the initial condition, there are B blues and Y yellows. So probability of yellow is 3 upon 7. So probability of yellow means yellow counters is Y. So Y over B plus Y equal 3 upon 7. I cross multiply. 7 times Y is 7Y. 3 times B is 3B plus 3Y. Take everything to one side. So 4Y equal 3B. So that is one of the equation you get. Second side, on my right hand side, what happened is they added 2 blues and 3 yellows. So now B plus 2, 3 yellows mean Y plus 3. So the previously the marble or counter taken previously is put it back into the bag. So it's same B and same Y is there in the initial. Add 2 and 3, so becomes B plus 2, Y plus 3. Probability of Y now is 6 upon 13. So getting a yellow marble now is number of marbles of yellow is Y plus 3 over total is Y plus B, 2 plus 3 is 5 equals 6 upon 13. So I cross multiply and I get another equation 7Y minus 6B equal minus 9. So do your maths, rearranging the formula, things like that. So I need a 6B. So if I have a 6B here, from my previous equation, 3B equal 4Y, so 6B equal 8Y. So substitute 6B equal 8Y onto the second equation. So you get 7Y minus 8Y equal minus 9, minus Y equal minus 9, Y equal 9. Y means yellow marble is, yellow counters is 9. Then substitute back into the one of this equation, you get blue counters is 12. That is the answer for the question number 22. Question number 23, prove algebraically that 0.2, so actually that is not recurring decimal here. So the question here is 0.2, 5 recurring and 6 recurring can be written as 127 over 495. So solution is assign that one into a decimal format, x equals 0.2565656 because the 5 6 is the part reoccurring. So if I times by the first equation by 10, so 10x going to be one decimal jump is 2.565656, right? So I need the same decimal part by multiplying by 100 will gives us 6565. So that won't work. So multiply by 1000, 3 jumps, so 256 0.5656. So 1000x equal 256.5656. So if you look at the decimal portion, so 5656, here both the decimal portions are same. So if you take one from the other, 1000x take away 10x is 990x equal 254. So x equal 254 divided by 990. If you simplify, this one is 127 over 475. Question number 24. Here is a sketch of a curve. The equation of the curve is y equal x squared plus ax plus b. The points 0, minus 5 and 5, 0 lie on the curve. Find the value of a and b. Find the coordinates of the turning point of the curve. The solution is going to be, you substitute the 2 points into the graph. So the first point is 0, minus 5 in the equation. So when you substitute, the first become the x and second become the y. So if you substitute x equals 0 means y is minus 5 equal b. So b equal minus 5. Straight away we found the b. The next one, substitute 5, 0 in the equation. So because they said it's lie on the curve, so that when you substitute it satisfies. So y equals 0 equal x squared is 25 plus 5a. So x equal 5 times a, 5a minus 5. So 25 take away 5 is going to be 20. The other side is minus 20. So 5a is going to be minus 20. A is going to be minus 4. Right? So when you rearrange the formula, so y equal x squared, instead of a I put minus 4x and b equal minus 5. This is the equation of the curve. Then for the b part, we often use the completing the square method to find out the turning point. So if you rearrange this one into a completing square method, x squared means x, half of 4 is minus 2, whole thing squared. I'm not like a teaching this completing square. If you are familiar with this one, you can do this question. If you need some assistance or help, please refer to my topic revision tutorial under the completing the square method. So if you do the completing square method, x minus 2 whole thing squared minus 4 minus 5, so it becomes minus 9. So whatever in the bracket here equal to 0 gives the x coordinate, and minus 9 gives the y coordinate. So that is the turning point's coordinate. Question number 25. This is again another a probability question. It's again A star level 9 question. You can pause it and read the blue color question and do it. If not, have a look of the working here. There are only green pens and blue pens in the box. There are 3 more blue pens than green pens in the box. So there are 3 more blue pens than green pens in the box. There are more than 12 pens in the box. Simon is going to take at random 2 pens from the box. The probability that the Simon will take 2 pens of the same color is 27 over 55. Work out the number of pens in the box. Right? It's a lot of algebra involved, so you need to do that carefully to find out what is the answer. So take some few minutes. You can pause this video, don't look at the screen, and you can work it on your own. And if you can't do it, just to have a look of my working. Right, let's look at the working. Let number of the green pens is x, number of the blue pens is x plus 3. So the total is x plus x is 2x plus 3 is the total, right? Now, if it is the same color means, probability of taking 2 pens same color means, it could be a probability of green green or probability of blue blue, right? So having a probability of green is going to be a x over 2x plus 3. Why? Is x is the number of green pens, is x, over total is 2x plus 3. Times the second one is going to be the green. So the first marble is not put it back. So two marbles or two pens taken one after the other means there's a condition probability. They didn't put it back the first one. You need to assume that. So one less. So x becomes x minus 1. 1 less the total. So 2x plus 3 becomes 2x plus 2. So that is the green probability. The next one, blue probability. Blue is x plus 3 over 2x plus 3 times by 1 less is x plus 2, 1 less is 2x plus 2. So do the algebraic fraction. That's what this question is, 6 marker. So you need to do a proper algebraic fraction. The bottom 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 2 is 2x plus 3, 2x plus 2. Then the top one is x times x minus 1 plus the next one is x plus 3 times x plus 2. So if you expand all the brackets and come to this stage, I'm dividing both top and bottom by the 2, which gives x squared plus 2x plus 3 over 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. Then cross multiply and you get a long equation like that. And quadratic factorization, put them into two brackets, x minus 4, x minus 21 equals 0. So two answers possible, x equal 4 or x equal 21. If x equal 4, total pens is going to be here 2x plus 3 becomes 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 3 11. But total pens are more than 12. It's given in the question here. There are total more than 12 pens. So it's not possible. Having x equal 4 is not the correct answer. So therefore x equal 21. 21. Number of green pens is 21 is the correct answer. Question number 26. Three solid shapes A, B and C are similar. The surface area of the shape A is 4 cm squared. The surface area of the shape B is 25 cm squared. The ratio of the volume of the shape B to the volume of shape C is 27:64. Work out the ratio of the height of the shape A to the height of the shape C. Give your answer in its simplest form. The theory behind this question is, if there's a length scale factor is k, then the area scale factor is k squared. The volume scale factor is going to be k cube. That's the theory. So let's look at the working on this, right? Solution A, B, C. So the three shapes are here. Surface area is 4:25. So 4:25 is the surface area which is given. So area to length, you need to take a square root. So square root 4 is 2, square root of 25 is 5. So the length ratio between A and B is 2:5. Now the volume ratio is given for B to C is 27:64. Volume means k cube. K cube means to get the length ratio, you need to cube root. So cube root of 27 is 3, cube root of 64 is 4. So now we put it together everything. Length ratio is 2:5 for A and B, 3:4 is B and C. We need to make the 3 and 5 is the common number, which is 15. So times by 3 times by 3. So this becomes 6:15. This becomes 15:20. So altogether 6:15:20. But they're asking what is the height ratio between A and C. So A to C is 6:20, which is simplified version is 3:10. If I make any careless mistake, please do write in the comment section. So which question and which number of question. I may make some careless mistakes. So just understand the theory behind the question and the working. And 3:10 is the answer for this question number 26. 27. Work out the value of 16/81. 3/4 is the index or power. And the B part, 3 to the power A equal 1/9, 3 to the power B equal 9√3, 3 to the power c equal 1 over root 3. Work out the value of a plus b plus c. Take a piece of paper and try to work out. If you are facing this GCSE this year, you may able to do these two questions now. Those who are watching, let's continue to watch. The working of this question is the 4 underneath, it's called fourth root. The 3 on the top is called cube. So you need to take the fourth root of the both numbers. Fourth root of the 16 is 2. Fourth root of the 81 is 3. So 2 upon 3 cube. 2 upon 3 cube means 2 to the power 3 is 8. 3 to the power 3 is 27. 8 upon 27 is the answer. Second part. 3 to the power a equal 1 upon 9. So 3 to the power a equal 3 to the power minus 2, which is 9 is equal to 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power minus 2. So a equal minus 2. 3 to the power b equal 9 times root 3. 3 to the power b equal 9 means 3 to the power 2 times root 3 means 3 to the power half. So if you add them together, 2 with half is 2.5. When the bases are same, you can add the powers. So 2.5 means 2.5. So 3 to the power b equal 3 to the power 2.5. b equal 2.5. 3 to the power c equal 1 over root 3, which is 1 over 3 to the power half. You bring it to the top, which becomes 3 to the power minus half. So c equal minus half. So if you add everything together, a equal minus 2 plus 2.5, which is the b, and minus 0.5. Minus 2 plus 2.5 is 0.5. Take away 0.5 is 0. So the answer for the second part is 0. Let's look at the question number 28. Simplify x minus 1 over 5, x minus 1 whole thing squared, and factorize fully 50 minus 2y squared. It's very easy question. You can do that. Pause it and have a look of your working and check the answer with your working. And those who are still learning in the year 8 or year 9 about factorization and simplification, you can keep watching the working and trying to understand the question. So the working for this question is x minus 1 over 5, x minus 1 whole thing squared. So x minus 1 over 5, x minus 1, x minus 1. So x minus 1 squared means you need to write 2 times x minus 1, x minus 1. So x minus 1 cancel, x minus 1 cancel. So 1 over 5 x minus 1. Second part, factorize, is 50 minus 2y squared. So you take the 2 out. That becomes 25 minus y squared. So 25 can be written as 5 squared minus y squared. 5 squared minus y squared is a dots, difference of two squares. 5 minus y, 5 plus y. That is the fully factorization format. Question number 29. The diagram shows a square ABCD with sides of length 20 centimeter. It also shows a semicircle and an arc of a circle. AB is the diameter of the semicircle. AC is an arc of the circle with a B, center B. Show that area of the shaded region divided by area of the square equal to pi over 8. So first of all, we need to understand how to find the shaded area. It looks like a kind of a quarter of a circle is the area of a quarter of a circle is the ABC. If you look at the ABC, that is a quarter of a circle. From there, you taken away for area of the half of the circle. It's looked like a AB. This is the half of the white color bit is the half of the circle. So from the big quarter of the circle, take away area of the half of the circle, gives that gray area, right? So how to find out that one? Area of the quarter of the circle is quarter pi r squared. R squared is 20 squared. So you get 400 there. Divide by 4 is 100 pi. Area of the half circle is half pi r squared. So half times pi times r squared is radius is 10. So 10 squared is 100. Divide by 2 is 50 pi. So area of the shaded area is 100 pi. Take away 50 pi, which is 50 pi. Now the proportion they are asking is area of the shaded part, which is 50 pi. We found that one, divided by area of the square. So area of the square is 20 times 20, which is 400. So 50 divided by 400 is 1/8. So pi over 8. That is the answer. Let's go to the next question. Question number 30. A plane travels at a speed of 213 miles per hour. Work out an estimate for the number of seconds the plane takes to travel 1 mile. B part is your answer to part A, an underestimate or an overestimate. Give a reason for your answer. 213 miles traveled in 1 hour. So therefore 1 mile traveled in 1 over 213. So if you put that as a fraction, 1 over 213, 1 hour is 60 minutes. Then they ask you to find out seconds. So 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So that 3,600, I didn't round up at all. Leave it that as it is. Dividing by 213, it's going to be a little bit hard on a non-calculator paper. It's a non-calculator paper question, this one. So I'm rounding down to 200. So 3,600 divided by 200, which is 18 seconds. Right? So in the marking scheme, so there may be a range of answer to between this and that. So you may get, this is a kind of a not accurate answer, estimate an answer. Right? B part is your answer, underestimate or overestimates. It's an overestimate because we have rounded down the number from 213 to 200, right? So when you round down the denominator, your estimated answer is more. So the actual answer definitely less than 18. So our answer is overestimate and actual answer is a less than 18. So that is the answer for the question number 30. I hope you like the video and the explanation and the question type. And if you like the video, please do give us a thumbs up to motivate us to provide more questions before your GCSE exam by June 2020. And also please subscribe to our channel to see all the upcoming videos, and we are working on a couple of projects with sample paper review and exam style questions, and also we are planning to provide the GCSE A-level materials from January 2020. So please subscribe to our channel and watch for the future projects. Thank you.
Is your child weak in mathematics? Do you spend much time at work and struggling to find a tutor for your children? Don't worry, because we have an ultimate solution. Smart Tutors brings you an amazing meld of mathematics coaching experience by tutors working successfully in UK for more than 12 years. Our website is an immersive learning experience that provides comprehensive, curriculum-aligned mathematics content for toddler, age 5, to teenager, age 18. Smart Tutor is a user-friendly website which enables you to download 3 mathematics worksheets for free. If preferred, the user can download thousands of mathematics worksheets and sample papers for the chosen age group for only £2.50 per month. Not just this, but if you wish to have private tutoring at home, and if you are living in London 20 miles radius from Heathrow Airport, you can request for private tutoring by clicking the button, and tutor will contact the parent and arrange the class for your child at your own place. Smart Tutors also provides a facility to have tutoring via online tools. If you are interested, book your session now. You'll not need to wander for math tutors for your children anymore. Contact us today for a guaranteed 100% success.